Hi everyone, I thought I would show you my other pet that I have, apart from African land snails, and it's Finley the fish. Finn is 3 or 4 years old, and did have 2 friends in his tank, but I lost those recently. I'm not sure why. The tank parameters were still fine. The only thing that was slightly up was the nitrate level, and I found out that through testing my tap water, the nitrate levels had gone up. But other than that, ammonia was 0, nitrites was 0. Everything was fine. So I've put some stuff in. It's like natural bacteria and stuff that's designed to get rid of the nitrates and help with that. I'm doing regular water changes, obviously, as I always have, just taking out a bit more. Normally I do a 25% water change. At the moment I'm doing between a 30 and a 40% water change. Just to help keep those levels low, and just to make sure that if there is anything, then I can remove it. And as you can see, he's quite a happy little fish. He's putting on weight. I found that when he was with the other 2, he wasn't really growing much. I think the other 2 were quite greedy, because Bubble was always a greedy fish, and I think he had to compete for food, and he's put loads of weight on since being on his own in this tank, so fingers crossed he will be with me for a lot longer. He's the last goldfish I'm going to have for a while. I'm just going to focus on the giant African land snails, and I mean I've kept goldfish for well, let me think. My daughter's 21, and the first goldfish we had as a first pet for her was when she was 3. So for 18 years I've kept goldfish. So it's time for a change. So I'm going to have just focus on the snails. So eventually, the baby giant African land snails, eventually this tank will be their house. So when Finn is eventually gone, I will clean this out and the baby snails will have it. If Finn decides to live as long as Percy and be like nearly 13, 14 years old, then obviously I'll just buy another tank for the snails. I think eventually, if I do get more fish, I'm going to get the white-clawed mountain minnows that I've had before, because I really like those, and I'd love to have, because I've only ever had like a small tank for those. I mean, they only grow for maximum of an inch anyway. But it'd be nice to have them in this big tank and have like a slightly bigger shoal of them. I think that would look great. And then I could do some proper landscaping of the tank and make it look really nice for them. So I'll probably have some minnows eventually. They don't live as long as the goldfish, but it would be nice to have some eventually, I think. But later on down the line, I'm focusing on using the space I've got in the house for the snails. But as you can see, he's quite a happy fish. His dorsal fin's nice and upright. He's got no streaking of his fins. His fins aren't clamped to his body. He's busy eating, as you can see, and he loves his food. He eats a wide range of food, so he has his goldfish flake, and he also has frozen brine shrimp, and he seems to quite like that. And then periodically I'll give him some shelled peas, just as like a natural way of making sure he doesn't get constipated or anything. And he seems quite happy. I know it's a shame he's on his own, but he doesn't seem to mind. Like I've not noticed him be more timid or anything. If anything, I've noticed he seems more confident now that the other 2 fish are gone. So whether they were picking on him a bit. I did try observing them and stuff to see if there was anything, but I never, specifically spotted anything other than the fact that they got to the food quicker. But yeah, he seems all right. He's quite a happy little soul. I don't always have this light on. I've just put the light on for filming. Normally if I put it on, it'll just be for about an hour or so of the evening, just so I can watch him for a bit, but I don't do that very often. He's not far from a set of French doors, so if he needs some sunlight, I can just open the curtains and he has some sunlight for the day. I try not to keep the sunlight on the tank for too long, because otherwise I do get algae blooms. But yeah, he's all right, and he's settled in and he seems quite happy. So I thought I'd show you. I haven't showed you my goldfish for ages, so I thought I'd show you. So yeah, I had Finn, Bubble and Marley. Marley died first. There was I don't know, with Marley it was like a failure to thrive thing. Marley only did, I think he was nearly 2 years old. I don't know, he just started fading one day. He didn't look like he got bloat or anything. He just, one day he was belly up. It was very sudden. And then Bubble did 4 years, his sibling, and now it's Finn left. So yeah, it is a shame, and I was a bit sad, obviously. But I had a little funeral for them and buried them in the garden. And now it's just little Finn to look after. I thought I would try and get some close-up shots so you can have a little look at him and see how he's doing. As you can see, his eyes are nice and bright, his body is bright, there's no marks on him. His fins are nice and solid, and they're not clamped to his body, so he's very comfortable and he's not in any pain. There's no signs of disease. So yeah, in a second you'll see a closer up picture. This was the best picture I could get for him because he never sits, he's never still, obviously. So yeah, that's Finley the goldfish. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.